Do the arch, you want to make sure that you tape to the skin. So we're going to go with starting right in here so that we can finish on the skin. So you're just going to basically roll the under wrap, be it pre-wrap or whatever, on there to cover in the gaps. And then you're going to have you always attach tape to an anchor so it stays. So I went a little bit to the skin and a little bit to the under wrap. I happen to be using cohesive. And now you're going to put your teardrops on. So you can start at the first metatarsal head and you're going to catch behind on the calcaneus and back to the exact, so I made a teardrop. And you should be catching on the heel and not on the Achilles, but don't put them so low that they'll pop off the end of the heel when they start running. And he should also have his toes scrunched, and you could even have him slightly a little less rigid in dorsiflexion, because you're going to try to shorten the muscle, right, to create a lift. So you're going to go first metatarsal head, now we're on fifth metatarsal head. You start at one toe, you come back to that toe. So I do 5 and 1, and I'm going to put 1 on 3. So I'm making a W. And you can see that we're weaving pieces in there. And if your pieces are starting to get a little long, you're going to want to tear them off, so be careful. And now, so I always call it a W because you do your first, third, and fifth metatarsal heads. Now we're going to fill in 2 and 4. So there's your fourth metatarsal head. I'm going to catch behind and finish on there. You can't see it quite as dramatically with the white tape because it's filling in. Now I'm on the second metatarsal head, coming behind. And when I come back with that second piece of the teardrop, I put a little lift into it. And you'll notice that I spread these out just a little bit, but all of them are catching on the heel. So now we need to close. So we're going to use a horseshoe. A long horseshoe down here does 2 things. It gives you something for your closure strips to stick to, but it also helps disperse the digging in of those pieces that you put on back here and keeps it from sliding off. So now you need to pull up on the arch. You can start on the outside and pull across and tear, overlapping halfway each time, or you can put it on there, figure out how long, come back, rip it, and then lift as you put it on, whatever you prefer. So you can put it on, pull, and then tear, or you can put it on, figure out how long, come back, rip it because you have problems, and then place it on there. Just don't put the roll of tape down. Make sure you get your last piece covering in as many of your tape ends as you can, and it's to the skin. So as you can see, I got almost every single one of those in there. It's a little bit hard if I were to go higher on his toe. I could ask him to kind of open his foot out and see if I could cover that a little bit, because this is your running surface. So you don't want your tape balling up on your running surface, and you can't have those ends so long that they start chafing in his toes. And if you need to, you can close one more time with that long horseshoe to hold all those closure pieces that you just put on. So this long horseshoe is an anchor holding all of these on. So you're attaching them and then you're re-cementing that they're there. So that's arch. I'm going to take that one off.